Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is 3 2-minute rounds and is a Samurai Soul Championship 175-pound catchweight bout. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing UKF Gym by way of Mesa, Arizona, Enrique Blanco.
Coming out into the blue corner, just like you said, Enrique Blanco with a record of 2-0 in Muay Thai. Also has 3 MMA fights under his belt, undefeated in that area as well. Coming out of the UKF Gym in Mesa, Arizona. He's got the headdress. He's looking good. He's got the flag draped around his shoulders.
Yeah, and he comes from a great gym. They have a UFC fighter. And they have some great pros over there, so you know they're getting the right training, and it's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, good training partners can make all the difference. Being exposed to, that high-level competition, the high level of timing, footwork, the pace. I myself train out of the MMA lab, a lot of UFC fighters out of there, and that's one of the biggest blessings is you just get to see how these guys work. Great people to look up to and just kind of teach you how to train for a fight.
Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing Mission Muay Thai, by way of Long Beach, California, Tony the Condor Chacon.
And coming out to the red corner, all the way from Long Beach, California, Tony the Condor Chacon, coming out with a record of 2-3-1 in Muay Thai. He's 0-1 in boxing, has some boxing fights, but also as well 2 smoker fights. And for those who don't know, smoker fights are just kind of fights that people put on, and maybe or maybe not they're sanctioned, but a fight's a fight.
Yeah, and that's what it all comes down to is the experience. You can be greatly skilled in the gym, but when you come to fight night, it's a different level, different energy, so that experience is very important, and it's going to be interesting. They have a similar amount of fights, and Enrique also has MMA.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is 3 2-minute rounds, and it is a Samurai Soul Championship 175-pound catchweight bout. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Muay Thai fighter holding an amateur record of 2 wins and no losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches and weighed in at 168.1 pounds. Fighting out of UKF Gym by way of Mesa, Arizona, Enrique Blanco. Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Muay Thai fighter holding an amateur record of 2 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 1 and weighed in at 169.1 pounds. Fighting out of Mission Muay Thai by way of Long Beach, California, Tony the Condor Chacon. Your referee in charge of all the action, David George.
Gentlemen, we went over the commands before the fight. I expect you to obey my commands. A good, clean Muay Thai fight. Defend yourself at all times. Return to your corners. Come out fighting. If you want to touch them up now. Good luck, gentlemen.
That concludes the Y crew, and we're about to get into the action. Another fact about the Y crew, when you see these guys walking around the ring, they're actually sealing off the ring from negative energy.
Ooh, we have an open stance fight here. Southpaw versus orthodox fighter.
Right here we had Tony Chacon throw a rear leg kick that heavily was checked by Enrique Blanco there. Didn't seem to affect him though. Great exchange.
You can already tell this fight is going to be probably fought at range in comparison to the last one.
Absolutely. Dealing with that open stance, it does seem like things are a little bit further away. Tony Chacon getting mean in there. Beautiful head kick, followed up by a flurry of punches. Blanco not backing down, though, staying right there in the pocket, willing to exchange. So far, it seems that Tony, the Condor Chacon, is the aggressor.
Nice kick from Tony. Good overhand shots from Enrique there in the clinch.
Yeah, that's one thing you got to watch out for. Even though you got the clinch and you're throwing those knees to the body, you got to watch out for those overhands coming over the top. Overhands and underhooks. Another great checked kick by Blanco.
Ooh, nice kick there. On the ropes here, we got some flurries, engaging in the clinch. Good little trip in the inside.
One really interesting thing about Chacon is if you watch his right hand, he kind of does a hammer fist down every once in a while when Blanco is closing the distance. Definitely an unorthodox strike. But those are the ones you got to look out for, the ones you don't see. Beautiful right hand landed by Blanco. There it is again. The Condor doing a great job in the clinch. Keeping control there. Blanco's doing a good job throwing shots at him while he's got him clinched up. But it doesn't seem like it's doing a whole lot of damage to Tony Chacon here. And that concludes round one. Again, 3 2-minute rounds. So these are going to be going by quick, high action. What do you have to say about that round there, Joseph?
Yeah, that was a good round. As you could tell, it was fought at a little further of a range. They still ended up in the clinch a few times. It looks like Enrique is switching to southpaw and orthodox, so we'll see a little bit of open stance and closed stance. And for the fans at home, that means open stance is when the fighters are two opposite stances. So their left hand is behind, the other one is the right. And when they're the same hand, it'd be right, and that's called closed stance. So the fight honestly changes. It makes a big difference if it's closed or open. So it's going to be interesting to see who takes advantage of that. You can also catch a lot of people as they're switching stances and other things like that.
Being able to switch stances, definitely I would say an advantage if it's something you can master. I think you're absolutely right, Joseph. Every time you switch stance, you got to watch out for something coming at you because you can get caught in the middle of it. But playing that open stance game, one thing you guys are going to want to keep an eye on is right now you want to keep an eye on Blanco. He's throwing a crazy exchange, coming out hot.
Tied up the hair as well in the corner.
Oh, there you go. Might have been getting in his eyes there. Breaking off the ropes here.
Yeah, it looks like Enrique wants to close the distance, kind of get in the clinch, and Tony wants to keep it at range. Beautiful head kick there from Tony.
Tony's doing a good job there. Oh, and a beautiful right hand rocks Tony.
Oh, Enrique's putting the pressure on.
Tony's trying to hold him. Let's see if Blanco smells blood here. Definitely looks like he's caught on to it. He's keeping the pressure there. Chacon trying to swing back, but he's got to be careful leaving his hands down there when he does that. Seems like he's still shaking the cobwebs a little bit.
Good angle change there from Tony.
That's a great way to stop Blanco's momentum there. I think that was a big move right there to be able to get out of the corner, put him in the corner a little bit.
Looks like we're adjusting the elbow pads.
Now that definitely changed the momentum of the fight.
One thing with those elbow pads too, they can get pretty tight, so you might feel a little lactic acid in your arms.
That is true. Then it seems like Tony's wanting to clinch him up a lot more now as opposed to staying in the range. Blanco landing some body shots there. Looks like Tony's back into his rhythm here.
Oh, nice, good jab.
Beautiful long jab. Both fighters playing at range here a little bit. Tony Chacon has had a lot of success with that rear head kick there. Oh,
overhand to finish the round.
Puts an exclamation point at the end there at the left hand. Great round for Blanco. Rocked Tony Chacon, I believe it was with the right hand. Before that, Chacon was doing a really good job keeping things at a distance.
Yeah, some good head kicks from Tony as well.
And that's one thing you want to watch, you know, when Joseph is talking about this open stance. Watch these fighters' front feet. If you watch their front feet, they're always trying to look to beat that outside foot, and what that does is it circles the other fighter into your power side, which would be that rear right hand, that rear right kick to the head, which Chacon is really banking on. He's throwing a lot of those rear kicks to the head. Blanco's doing a good job blocking those, but those are not things like, even when you block them, they hurt, and they can wear down your arms.
Most definitely, yeah. And the tricky thing here with kickboxing or Muay Thai is you can't slip too hard off of the punches or you'd run into these kicks, especially in that open stance. So it's always an interesting dynamic. Round 3, we're off.
We're off. If I was in Blanco's corner, I'd be telling him, hey, maybe don't stand in front of Tony too much and eat those kicks. He's having a lot of success closing the distance and getting those clinches. And I would encourage him to do that. If I'm in Chacon's corner, I'm telling him to do the opposite. Yeah, throw those stabbing long jabs, those straight punches to keep him at bay.
Yeah, some good feints from both.
Chacon does a great job. Oh, beautiful elbow he slips in there. Definitely a high level of intensity going into this third round. His coach is calling for him to just stay right here. Yeah, Blanco's really got to
Tony's turning it up.
He's turning it up. Blanco's got to not stay in that Muay Thai clinch there. Blanco's face, his body posture is not looking too good right now.
Yeah, they look a little labored, the strikes now. Third round. Both fighters are definitely feeling it, but who has the freshness?
Definitely looks like Chacon's a little bit more snappy in there. Recovered well from the tough second round that he had. And he is putting the pressure on Blanco right now. His coach is calling for the gas pedal. He's thinking that if he pushes the pace, he might even be able to finish Blanco here. But Blanco's still coming forward, throwing heavy shots. Chacon with that beautiful clinch work again. Blanco doing a good job blocking those knees to the body.
Oh, he's feeling it.
Touch of gloves of respect. Chacon smiling, he's having fun in there. Beautiful right leg kick. Return from Blanco. Blanco swinging, winging some shots back at him. But if Tony can stay sharp here, and that's it for round 3. Beautiful fight. A lot of momentum switches back and forth. Chacon came out strong, had a rough second round, came out strong again in the third round. Really interested to see what the judges saw and what they're going to decide.
Yeah, that was definitely a good fight. A little bit of range versus that clinch and straight punches versus loopy and flurries.
Now, Tony, the Condor Chacon, I had to look it up. I was like, what's a condor? It's actually one of the world's largest birds as far as wingspan goes. And so, hey, maybe that played into his style a little bit. Playing that long jab, that long 2. He was having a lot of success with that. It was immediately after. He would land a good 1 or 2, but he would stay there admiring his work, I think, just a little bit too long. And that's when Blanco was having success with those shots that he was winging over, those overhands to the body. Again, a lot of clinch work, and that'll wear you out. Blanco taking some deep breaths in his corner over there. And let's see what the judges have to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Judge number 1 scored the bout 28-29. Judge number 2 scored the bout 27-30. And judge number 3 scored the bout 27-30. For your winner, by unanimous decision, out of the red corner, Tony the Condor Chacon.
The Condor gets his hands raised when all is said and done. Blanco taking his first loss in Muay Thai, and Tony would be increasing his record to 3-3-1.
That'll be an awesome drive back home.
It's a good feeling, always a good feeling, being able to drive back home with the win. Ride that high for the rest of the weekend. Right back to training on Monday, huh?
Yeah, there's nothing quite like it. These fighters come in here, they put in a lot of work, and when you get the W, it feels that much better, and it's an ultimate high.
Now, I don't think that's the last we've seen of our guy Enrique Blanco there. He seems to be in good spirits. I'd be very happy to see him back here in the Samurai Soul cage here at any time.